Episode 24.
Hey everybody, welcome to Into the 99, where we have 99 cards because Commander's number one. I'm one of your hosts, Sherman.
I'm Hope.
I'm Daniel.
And I'm Brian.
Today's topic, though, is something that's really close to my heart. I love doing this in every single game.
And then I backstab you.
I don't. Same.
We're talking about politics here. I love politics. I use politics in every game. Sometimes I'll go crazy. Sometimes it'll be very, very light. But I always have some sort of politics going on. And I know people are like, oh, what's politics? I don't care about politics. Yada, yada, yada.
Well, what is politics in Commander? Go over that, yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about that, okay? So why are
You
politics...
scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Sometimes. Not always.
You scratch my back, then I'm going to kill you
stab
on your
yours.
next turn.
But that's the thing. People always think politics is always about making deals, but it's not. Okay, and that's the thing I want to point out as well when we get to it. But let's first talk about why politics are so important in Commander. Okay, first off, it's not a 1 versus 1 game. Okay,
Yeah.
When it's 1v1,
There's one target and it's you.
Yeah, you can't go to your opponent and be like, hey, so that big creature, can you not attack me just for 3 turns?
Yeah.
And I want you to do this. No.
You know what? Here's the thing, though, is sometimes... I mean, not in a typical 1v1 format, but Daniel and I definitely do that. When we play 1v1, I'll be like, you know what? You get 3 turns.
You're on the
Straight
clock.
up. Yeah.
But that's for fun,
You have suspend on this attack.
Yeah. But normally though, you don't have that. No. Your goal is just to kill the opponent. Who cares, right?
That's my goal in every game. I mean politics.
I mean mood.
Yeah. But in EDH, when we play with at least 4 players normally, okay, you're not just the one single target. There are 3 other targets.
Yeah.
Right? So it makes a huge difference that you bring in politics. Okay, so if something doesn't go well, you try to convince someone else to do something, or you try to change the situation into your advantage, on and on and on.
We're gonna work together. This person's a bigger issue for the table. I'll destroy this card so that everybody else at the table is happy. Maybe they'll remember that. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Or if you don't target my stuff, I have this card that you can choose a target for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, let me
I love those ones.
Yeah.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Choose that one and that one and that one.
Or you can be me and I just randomly show people cards from my hand.
I'll show you every second
You
card.
like that?
Yeah.
I did that yesterday, Brian. I showed him every second card in my hand. Just to really, really flex on him.
All of my politics is a threat of force in every game.
Yeah, that's true. It's just, you don't want to do that.
Are you sure you
That's
wanna
a bad
do that?
choice.
If you do that, I'll kill you.
If you do that, I'll kill
That
you
is
next
my
turn.
line. If we were playing a drinking game and you said that every time,
Yeah.
we'd all be drunk.
Yeah, you had to drink every time Daniel said, if you do that, I'll kill you next turn.
I'll admit it to you and blade your line of war elf.
I'd
If you
be
do it, I
dead.
will kill you. You have no board state. It's turn 2.
I'd be dead. So,
I'll remember that you fired the first shot.
yeah.
But we have to bolt the bird.
Bolt
It's
the
true.
bird. That's a totally different thing. You don't need to blade the bird, though.
Blade the bird.
How will tear?
So how about we just the bird,
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
and then we rotisserie it with a bolt.
I didn't realize that this was a very heavy metal podcast.
The chicken
If
now.
Bleed the Bird isn't like a screamo hardcore band,
Yeah.
come on.
there is a
Playing at a local bar near you.
Yeah, playing at Denny's.
band called Birds of Paradise back in the day, but they did more they definitely weren't heavy
That
metal.
sounds like ABBA style.
It was actually kind of.
Love that.
But anyways, so let's go on with the topic here. Okay, so things that can be viewed as politics in a game. Okay, first one, like we've all mentioned before, is making a deal.
Wheel it and deal it, my friend.
Yep. So you see a threat, you want to remove it, you talk to other people.
Maybe you don't have a way to remove it, so that's why you're kind of working with other people to see if they'll do it for you.
Yeah,
And they waste their cards.
Yeah.
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 If they're in red,
Well,
and
that's
can
the
remove
thing.
enchantment.
Well, that's the thing. Is if you get them to waste their cards, they're not going to.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't even always have to
Singleton.
be that way, too. You just might not have the answer at the moment,
Yeah.
and someone can be going off, you know?
But it's twofold, because if somebody's going off and you have an opponent that you can work with to get them to burn their destruction
yeah, it's true.
on somebody else, not only are they helping you and helping themselves and halting that player that's going off, but also that because of the format, they're not going to use that card on you.
Well, you could also just be in a Krenko deck, have goblins. Brian can have a moat out so no creatures without flying can't attack. And there's not really a solution like you're trying to draw to a chaos warp.
Yeah.
Pretty
That'd
much.
be
Or
hilarious.
Perforos.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Perforos.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like with making deals though, there's the way we're talking about it, there's two ways to do the deal, okay? Either there's a threat out there, okay? It might not be a threat to everyone else, but it might be a threat just for you. Or you are the threat and you're the one that's in power and you're trying to convince someone who's like, hey, if we partner up, like, hey Daniel, you and me, like
I don't believe this.
what?
This isn't a believable scenario.
No, it's not.
Okay, so Daniel's the one that's in power. It's like,
Yeah.
Daniel looks at me. It's like, yo, Sherman, what? Like, let's make a deal. Because, it's arch enemy right now.
Come, my friends. Second place isn't so bad.
Be my minion.
I don't mind being someone's minion. I enjoy it. I don't care. Because they still, like, the thing when you say that you're a minion, people still don't target you. They still target the person that's in the lead.
That's true.
Right? So I'm always for
He's
being...
the tyrant. I'm just following orders.
Exactly.
Please, no.
My way of politicking is I throw a little salt and hope people feel pity.
I don't. Whenever I see
I
you,
never do when it comes to you.
Whenever I see you showing self, I'm like, I love him.
Yeah.
You should kill more of his stuff.
I'm like, that's not good sportsmanship. I'm gonna kill him.
Pretty sure that was 3 out of 4 games yesterday.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you.
Put in the place.
Yeah.
Sometimes it be like that, bro. Make the rules.
But that's the
100%
thing.
of the time.
But that's the thing. That's like all about making deals, right? It's like, hey, you do this for me, and I do this for you, and everything. It like you're trying to convince someone to be an ally in a sense.
Or do this for me, I don't kill you this turn.
Yeah. So it's like a non-aggression treaty.
Yes.
So
That's a good way of putting
Geneva.
yeah, Geneva. But that's how it is. Okay, that's one. And that's just like making deals part that we're talking about. Okay, everybody makes deals. If you don't want something like one of your things touched on the board state, okay, then it's just like, well, like how about if I redirect it or I target this other thing that's a threat to you? I know it's a threat to you, so I'll get rid of it if you promise to not attack me or destroy my stuff and everything. Let's just pick on this one person, etc., etc. That's how it always works.
That's called bullying.
No,
It is not bullying.
I just respond, I dare you.
And I always go for it. I always...
It shockingly works on a lot of people. When you play a
Yeah.
bunch of strong decks and then you just say, I'll kill you next turn, a lot of people, it doesn't even matter the board state I have. They're like, all right, he might be...
Well, that was what, like, with our game yesterday with Connor, I have 180 life. I'm going to swing at you with my 4 flying fairies and deal 10 damage to you.
Connor has
you're dead.
180 life with Rings of Bright Hearth, Aetherflux Reservoir. Like, a lot. Connor was the nuclear threat, and Brian's like, I'll swing at you. And Connor's like...
I recommend that. I respect it. I respected this all. But for me, like, whenever you say, like you don't want to do that, I'll kill you or whatever, I literally will just, like, look, I'm going to do it anyway. Like, I
always
like,
test people when it comes to like threats like that.
you can't scare me.
You know what actually goes through my
Tell
head?
me what to.
You can't tell me what to do.
Barney from How I Met Your Mother goes through my head. Challenge accepted.
That's 100%. It's like when you're a little kid and you're told no, and that just makes you want to do it so much more. I'm like, well, now I have to touch the hot plate.
Don't touch that stove. Lick it.
Yeah. I'm like,
Don't promote that.
I should put my face on it.
One up it.
So, yeah.
Don't touch this with your hand. My face it is.
Done.
Yeah. Oh wait. So like that's one of the things. Okay, making deals is one thing. We all make deals. We're gonna move on here real quickly. Okay. The next thing here is pointing out threats. Okay, pointing out threats is a huge political move. Whether you're saying like, hey, look at that card, that's really expensive. Oh, the person played Soul Ring on turn 1. Or, hey, that Ulamog just came out, we gotta deal with it.
Well, or also, like, they put out a card that I know can combo, like, that card threat right now, but
later on, you never know.
I hate
Yeah,
it when
well-
you point out like a threat
yeah.
and then the person blows up something from you and you're just like, but what about this?
Yeah, throw assessment, people!
Well, we've talked about it before. The threat assessment for you isn't the same as everyone else.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's very,
That's
very
true.
true. So,
It's just because you're trying, but, like, a good example is, is that if somebody, like, pops in Ashnod
yeah.
in recursion deck or anything like that. So if I have a sack outlet, it's not necessarily like super strong on its own, but like being able to sack and get mana, do it in a circle is
Yeah.
pretty nasty.
And that's the thing, like, if you see a card like that, like, Ashnod's Ultra I put here as an example, because we all know how powerful it is, how many times you can go off on it, how you can go infinite combo or get infinite mana or all sorts of things, okay? So whenever someone drops it down, it's like, if you're playing against other people that don't see it often or don't know what it does because they're beginners, you start saying like, oh, but Ashnod's Ultra can do this and this and this and this and this. All sorts of things, all right? And that makes a huge difference because then you get people to think and consider, hey, like if there's so many things that this card can combo off, what happens?
What are the chances that they're not going to do that?
Yeah,
It's like, and what happens if they get that other combo piece? They just start going off on me.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like if you see a powerful card like that, it's just like it's like, oh yeah, they're never going to combo off. Yeah, come on, seriously, it's like a planeswalker that can ultimate. No, you're gonna go after it before it can ultimate.
Disagree. I often don't ult.
Yeah, but you are the special case.
I am.
No, I've heard that so many times.
You watched me yesterday.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to say names, but I never ult my guy. 2 turns later, I'm ulting my guy. What?
Yeah, I always ult mine. I don't care. So
same here.
A lot of the time I don't. It just depends what it is. Like,
yeah, it depends. Granted,
my greatest example of this is 3-cost Sarkon.
Hope just calls every Sarkon Daddy Sarkon.
True,
yeah.
That's true. So I don't know what they're called,
Ooh,
except for the Mad. But anyways, so it's the 3-cost, 2 red, 1 colorless.
Yeah.
I just use.
That's fair.
Well, who did you have out yesterday?
Gideon Blackblade.
Yeah, so she was just using it to bump up her guys.
I just either give Vigilance, Lifelink.
Oh yeah.
I was just +1 him, and that's all I was gonna do.
She could have blown up something, didn't?
But
so
I refused
I'll give
to.
her that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a woman.
But that's the thing, though. The majority of people, though, like let's say,
Are liars.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I am one of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Brian, I don't know why you always attack me. Also, Brian,
Jeez.
I'm a liar.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's why.
Maybe.
That's
Backstabber.
Why, that's why I
deal
don't.
breaker.
That's why I don't trust like that.
It's like, oh. But like, let's go back. Once again, pointing out threats. Okay. Sorry. When you're pointing out threats, it could be anything. Like, just mention like what the card can do, what like it can come off with. Be reasonable though. Yeah. Like if there's a card that it can combo off with that's not in the colors, you're just gonna look like a jerk.
I mean, unless
or
somebody
an idiot.
doesn't know what the card is.
Yeah, that's true. But still, overall though, pointing out certain cards when they come into play or whatever, or the combo pieces, is a huge thing that redirects everyone to that one card or to that one person. So like yesterday we were playing, the one person, all they needed was a Sensei's Divining Top to top deck and just burn through their whole deck. And we all know this. So the moment they search for it, we don't even give them a chance to cast it. Okay, we counter the tutor just so it's harder for him to get the Graveyard Recursion because we know he has Graveyard Recursion as well. So we're just like, okay, normally you tutor the spell, when someone tutors, you don't counter the tutor, you counter the spell. But in this case, we're just like, no, it's too risky. We all know this is the one piece he needs to just win the game. So we just kept on going after him. And we were on an agreement that once he's gone, we can go on. Yeah. So, and that's how, like, it happens, okay? You point out something, you have everyone consider how big a threat it is. And if it's a big enough threat, everyone goes after them.
I'm surprised people in that game actually.
Oh yeah, because none of us wanted to lose, and it's just like he already had like Ethereum Sculptor out, so all artifacts cost 1 less, and Sensei Divine Top would be cast for free, right? So if he's casting from the top of his deck constantly, all right, he just Sensei Divine Top, tap it, switch it up, so Sensei Divine Top goes on top of the library. He casts the Sensei Divine Top for free from top and just keeps on doing that. And he goes through the whole deck, right?
Yeah, that's pretty
And then
brutal.
he just storms off. So it's like, okay, we cannot give him the chance to do that. And that's why we're countering the tutor as opposed to the actual spell.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and that's an interesting instance of using politics to your advantage because, like, exactly, typically you're not going to counter.
Yeah.
So.
Let them waste the tutor and then burn the spell.
Yeah. Or
that's
make
what
them,
you
like,
normally would
dump
do.
their hand.
Yeah. So,
Wheel and deal.
Yeah. But once again, we did this just because we knew he had Graveyard Recursion, just to get back to the top, because that's the one key. So we're just like, we're not going to risk it. We're just going to counter the tutor. So it's hard for him to dig through the library.
I feel that. Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. Another thing is to point out targets for certain things that your opponents have. So this is especially true for land destruction, like strip mines, okay? If someone has a reliquary tower, you know that they're going to be drawing a lot of cards. They're going to have a lot of cards in their hand, and that's what they're banking on, okay? So, if someone has a strip mine or a ghost quarter or a field of ruin or something along those lines...
Destroy their reliquary tower, make them discard.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, Gracie.
Hilarious.
But
It's a
It's
smart
the
move.
proper
It is
move.
a smart move.
Yeah,
I get
It
it.
is
I
a
get
proper
it.
move, right?
Still doesn't make it any less great.
Well, yeah. But like
Says
that's...
the king of Greece.
Bacon grease. Ooh, bacon. Man, why did I should have grabbed more.
I was gonna say, stop bringing it up. I haven't eaten breakfast.
So like when it comes down to like especially reliquary tower, come to think of it, okay? Because a lot of people that do stuff like that, okay, they only have the reliquary tower that they're trying to fish for because they don't have anything else to keep their maximum hand size like infinite, right?
Yeah.
So whenever you see that, just go for it. Just strip mine it, ghost quarter it, whatever. Just get it off the field. And like when you have other people's resources that you know they have stuff like that, have them use it, okay? Have them go after the Maze of If or whatever. And then like they'll have to figure out how to strike a deal with that other person that has a strip mine. So if I have like a Maze of If, and Brian, you convince Hope to use their strip mine against my Maze of If, okay? I have to be like, Hope, okay, I promise to use my Maze of if someone attacks you, and I will, use it so that they don't, I'll take it out of combat.
You need to use it every time someone attacks her.
Yeah, exactly, right? But at the same time, that's a detriment to me because then I'm having no resources to prevent the attacking to me, right? So
Yeah.
it's a give and take kind of scenario. So,
I would just kill it. But I'm
Yeah.
also the kind of person that would destroy a swamp.
very true,
So
very true. Because it's the one swamp, it's the only source. Brian, I know.
All these examples keep happening every
They
Friday.
really do. They really do. Hey, you only have that one black sword? I'm just
I
going
think
to
it's
take
just-
your
I
land.
You
think
play
that-
a lot of salt cards, so people play that at
we've discussed this.
you.
So,
It happens. You make yourself the target.
well, maybe the next point will help you out, Brian. In the next part of politics is allowing yourself to stay low a little bit. Okay, so stay out of the picture. All right, if you were the target constantly, okay, just like sandbag or pull back a little bit and make it shown that you are not the big threat anymore. Someone else is the big threat, and they have to refocus their resources on that other person. Okay, so if let's say I was the arch enemy, okay, and all three of you were just hitting me hard. My life total was going lower and lower. I can start sandbagging, holding back cards, and being like, okay, I'm out of resources. I can't deal with this, and then I let someone else take the lead. Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully, eventually, okay, since I have no resources and I'm not putting out stuff, people will switch their focus onto the next biggest threat, and hopefully, I can rebuild from there. Okay.
This is a foreign concept to me.
Yeah,
That's
me-
because
It doesn't matter how many people board wipe me. I'm always going for place number one.
you always do. I understand that.
I stand down in my
If you're not
bodies.
number one, you're last.
If you're not first, you're last.
Yeah, there you
yeah.
Doesn't even make sense. To be second, third.
Everyone else can be. So, but for the majority of us that cannot spend $4,000 on land. So,
In fairness, it's Commander. You only have to spend it once. Then you have it across every deck you want.
that's true. It's true.
Proxies.
I still don't have that much money though.
you can switch it out all you want. If you buy one Underground Sea, you have an Underground Sea for every blue-black deck you make. It just takes you a few seconds to put it in.
That's
Yeah,
true.
switch it up with whatever. So you can
Shocking concept. We don't need to buy a card for every deck. I do, and lots of people do. You don't need to. You
I
can
must
switch
have
them.
a Teferi's protection in every single white deck I
Yeah,
have.
you don't need 30 Cyclonic Rifts, bro.
No. That's the wrong card for it. It's Seaborn Muse.
It's Seedboard Muse, it's
Cyclonic
Ristic
Rift.
Study, Cyclonic Rift.
Smothering ties.
Yeah, I think Brian owns all of them. Brian has stock in Smothering Ties.
This Wheel of Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
Just I bought every single one I found.
You literally did.
What
You
a-
went around to the whole
What
city.
a cool card though. Like it was cool to see it in play. That was
I only ever had 2 cards in it.
Okay, so Leyline of the Void. I'm gonna start playing that more along with Rest in
But
Peace.
they don't go to the grave.
Oh, you
Yeah.
son
Yeah,
of a...
Sun
I was
and
gonna
Moon
say if you start
replaces
playing
them.
Leyline of the Void, we are no longer friends.
Why?
Hope plays from the graveyard in every deck.
No, I don't. Just in a lot.
Every deck.
It is a resource, so hey, why not, right?
Not when they don't go in there. I think we should move on to that next topic.
Okay, the next topic is bluffing.
Oh, I live for this.
Bluffing is the best thing ever. Like I do this a lot. So basically, the most common bluff you'll see is leaving
2 blue.
Yeah, leaving mana up for a possible counter spell. Okay, most common one is yes, like Hope said, 2 blue. Of course, if you're me, it doesn't matter because I find counter spells in every single color. So
I also like to leave up like 1 to
for Teferi's protection,
Or the swords.
yeah,
or swords,
Yeah.
or Path to Exile.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I know that people the consensus is that you want to use up as much mana as you can on your turn so you're not wasting resources. I
But if
totally
you-
understand that.
But if you have a mana sink also,
Yeah.
that's a good option. Or if you feel like you're being targeted, it's again like I don't think it's a waste if it's directing attention elsewhere.
Yeah.
You know,
And that's the reason
that's
why
still part of a strategy.
Yeah. And that's the reason why mana sinks are really important and flash is so important. Like
Yeah,
that's
flash
why
if you knew how to use it.
Yeah, flash is the thing where you play
I
on
did
other
good
people's
You
turn,
did
Brian.
okay.
I did better yesterday.
There you go.
It's the first time. Literally, I looked at Brian left the game, and I was like, "Are you gonna play something not on your?"
I'm gonna make a deck for you, Brian. Gonna be Wrath.
What's that?
Ralph Capuchin.
Yeah, it's historic spells you cast have flash. You should,
Cool.
and he himself has flash. You should literally in that deck never cast anything on your own turn if you don't have.
Yeah.
Fun.
I'll play it wrong.
He's like sorcery speed. That was me yesterday, though. I can't remember what I was like. I will play this at because and it had flash, but I'm like, but I need it. It was what was it? It was
Intervention?
Creatures get +2/+.
Dictate of Heliod.
Something along
There's
those
an
lines.
enchantment with flash and
maybe
white.
obviously.
All creatures got +2/+.
Yeah, but I needed. But anyways, I know how to do it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, like flash is so strong just because like you can leave your mana up and
That way it looks like you are bluffing.
yeah, because well that's the thing, people don't know what you have.
Yeah, people don't, especially when you drop in the ley line, because people don't know if it's up
Yeah.
for counter spells or if it's just up because you're not bothering to. You don't have to. Like, so it puts you in like a little bit of a.
Yeah, like yesterday I played my Locust God deck and I had Dream Halls out and
What's that?
Yeah, what's
so
that?
Dream Halls is a reserveless card for blue enchantment. Okay, it's a 3 blue, and when you want to cast a spell, if you can discard a card if it shares a color with a card that you want to cast, and you can cast it for without paying its mana cost, basically. So I can discard an Opt, okay, and cast Consecrated Sphinx, right, or Omniscience, anything like that, right? So, and I kept on, it was difficult to keep it on the board, in a sense, because I had to convince people that this is going to be a fun card. It's going to speed up the game, mostly for me, but
Yeah, I
not
was
for
gonna
them.
say it's
okay?
gonna be fun. I'm gonna win.
Yeah, and one of the players there, they had the commander with...
Sounds like some lying.
Yeah, one of the players there had a card with the commander for the Madness deck,
Oh.
where you discard...
Angie.
Yeah,
Anya?
yeah.
Nope.
Or no, yeah.
Angie.
Okay? So I was like, yo, you're gonna love this, okay? It's gonna speed you up so much, because I'm trying to be like, you're gonna love this card so much. You don't want to touch it. You don't want to go near it. You want me to be your ally, because you can discard stuff constantly and cast the madness cost, and you're still happy. You can draw like crazy. So I'm trying to work already on getting an ally, and I have to worry about the other two later on, and I don't care. But the moment I had Dream Halls out, and I'm playing Locust God, so I'm drawing like crazy, people couldn't stop me. Because it's like, oh, look, every single card in my hand is basically a force of will. Or a misdirect. Or something along those lines. And I just like, I don't care anymore. Here's So, and that's where it comes in to the bluffing. It's like, you never know what's going to happen. With Flash or Dream Halls or anything like that, when you have mana up, you don't know what someone else is going to do. You don't know if they're going to put in a mana sink or if they're going to counter something. So it's really, really, really fun to try to work around that. I know some people are like, don't like that, but that also works into your favor because you're like, okay, let's try to bait out the counter spell. Okay,
Master bait.
But like baiting is another thing that a lot of people don't do in Commander because it requires resources once again. You're asking someone to sacrifice a resource.
I was gonna yell, I do. I had to. we're all sitting over here making stupid gestures.
Making eyes at each other.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep a straight face here, as hard as it is. But,
I wasn't.
Yeah. But like, when it comes down to it, alright, you need to get someone to sacrifice a resource, okay? And it's not just any resource. It has to be a really strong spell where the person needs to counter it. They have no choice, right? So you're trying to literally bait out to counter spell. And it's really, really difficult to convince people to
Torment
do
of Hailfire for 14. Response?
I cast Harrow.
Hero.
Yeah, Harrow. White spell. Cost one single white. Okay, all damage that is dealt by a source or a spell deals no damage and you gain life for that instead. So if you do a Torment of Hellfire for 14 with 3 other players, I'm fine with that. Everyone's just going to say, I'm going to take 3 damage, and then you gain all of that life.
Gross.
True.
Why? It's fantastic.
I never take the damage.
Well, I won't take the damage.
I never sack the permanents.
I don't bother sacking permanents. I might discard. If I sacrifice permanents, it's going to be something stupid like tokens or whatever. But normally I would just take the life loss unless I'm going to die.
Yeah.
I always do my best to try stay alive, obviously, or else it's kind of pointless. So, but that's the thing though when it comes down to it. Another thing is tutoring. You can tutor. You can bluff by tutoring. Okay, and people are like, "What? How do you do that?"
Literally, my face right now is like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
You
So-
need to clarify.
This is what I do, okay? And you guys, this is probably the first time you guys will ever hear me say this, okay? Let's say there's a board state. Let's say we need a board wipe, okay? I have the board wipe in my hand, but I have a tutor. And I'm like, let's say I have a demonic tutor. I'm like, hey guys, I'm going to tutor for an answer. But instead, I tutor for a combo piece that I need, okay? I'll grab my combo piece. I'll cast the board wipe that's in my hand already.
Yeah, everyone thinks that you were the good guy that went to get the answer for everyone.
Yeah, so I wasted 2 resources. One resource to search for everything. Another resource is a board wipe. But secretly, I'm grabbing the combo piece I need to win. Okay?
So what you're saying is that I need to counter every single one of your tutors.
Most likely.
Good to
But
know.
that's besides the point. That's besides the point.
Sherman, respect.
And or if you have that tutor that really you can make a friend with it, like who wants to be my friend? What is it? I can't remember the card name, but you and one other person.
Scheming Symmetry.
Yeah, Scheming Symmetry.
Get to go and tutor.
Yeah.
Excellent. I
But
made a
Oh,
friend.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's stuff like that you can politic with, but I like doing this. Obviously, it's not going to work with things like Mystical Tutor or Ideal Tutor and all that stuff where you have to show them what it is. So Diabolic Tutor, Demonic Tutor, things like where you do not have to show, this tends to work. So, and I do this constantly. And no one thinks anything that besides the fact that I am literally grabbing an answer and I'm casting that spell, okay? So, but keep in mind, if you're doing this though, grab that card, put it in your hand, shuffle your hand, look at the board state before you cast it. Because people will notice that, hey, you tutor for something, but you cast another card in your hand. No, shuffle up your hand. So they don't know where the card is, and they're like, okay, yeah, so this was the right one. Okay, I'll cast it now. All right. It's a little underhanded, I'll admit, but once again, you're bluffing. You're trying to convince people that, hey, I am grabbing an answer for the board state right now. So, and here it is. Haha, I proved to you guys I did grab an answer. Okay, that's all people care about is that you're proving that you do have an answer. Where you actually grabbed it or it was in your hand, they don't know.
Need to know.
They don't need to know. That is a big, big deal. Okay, so, and that's the thing about tutoring. I find people don't really tutor. Okay, they're always how can I say this? It's more like when they tutor, they show their hand basically. Okay,
Yeah.
they show you not that they have to show you. If they use a demonic tutor, they're like, oh, I'm gonna fetch this. This is gonna be awesome, whatever. And everybody knows what they're grabbing. Okay, and I'm just like, well, that's I know what you're grabbing. You're gonna grab a board wipe, or you're gonna grab this one combo piece. I'm just gonna wait it out. Okay,
Yeah.
But when you're doing something like this, you're misdirecting them into thinking that it's something else.
Like,
Okay.
you're a friend.
Yeah, you are a friend. You're trying to answer the board. You're trying to help out the team. yada, 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 yada. Either way, you're grabbing your combo piece, you're grabbing something that no one else expects, and you're just like, heh, I gotcha. Boom.
Yeah, and you can always lie by dropping down, I'm going to grab this card, but with those cards, you don't have to reveal.
Yeah.
So you can kind of plant that seed of, this is what I got, but no, I don't get that.
I feel that on a deep level.
And like I said, I always do this. So, but you guys never know. Okay? Like, you guys yourselves said, like, what are you talking about? What kind of bluff is this or whatever? And I'm like, well, this is what I do. Now you guys know what I do, which is now you have
Never
to
trust
question.
Sherman.
I never did.
I'm the kind of, like we mentioned before in your show, I'm the kind of person where like I see you have 2 blue mana up and I'm like, hey, look, does anybody want to assist me with a spell? If you do, you get to draw extra cards. And then the moment you tap
And
your
I'm like,
mana,
I'm gonna kill you.
yeah, the moment you tap your mana, I'm like, here, you get the extra stuff, but I get to cast my own spells. I know it won't be countered anymore, and boom, I get the game. Okay, I am that kind of a jerk. I will admit it. I am a jerk. So, yeah.
You don't have to. We all know.
All right.
There are no secrets.
There are no secrets. Okay.
There are no secrets between friends.
But there's so much to do with politics, okay? And I have a very, very long example. I don't know if we really want to go into it, but it's...
Hit me with it.
Right. So,
I want to know. I see my name.
yeah. So this happened last week.
You have me intrigued.
Tell me about...
So this happened last week. This is what I mean by how I love politics. I always put politics in every game. And you do not have to go to this extent, okay? Because the extent I go when it comes to politics is really, really crazy. And I do not expect anyone to be as crazy as I am, right? So the example I have here is that I was playing with Hope and Tyrone, and we had another person who already killed off. I don't care. So there's only 3 of us left, okay? Now, Tyrone has already cast Approach of the Second Sun, but he tutored for a Teferi's Moat, naming
he's
Red.
approaching.
Yeah. So
Oh, it's coming, boys.
yeah. And he did
Yeah,
this.
he cast it and then he shuffled his way, like
Yeah.
he tutored.
And he did this because we were attacking him like crazy, and he had to get some sort of defense out. So he named Red. I was playing Annex, and Hope was playing Panini.
Such
Yeah.
a gr-
Yeah,
What, Annex?
Atlanta Panini.
Yeah.
I was playing Atlanta.
yeah, and I was playing
A
Annex.
third of your deck is red.
Atlanta Dinosaurs.
That's okay, though.
So Teferi's Moat.
Most of the, like, big dinosaurs.
Yeah. So, but he did pick the right thing. Okay, Teferi's Moat basically says. When it enters the battlefield, you pick a color. Creatures of that color without flying cannot attack you. I'm officially locked out.
Yep.
Okay, I have Annex. I do have flyers, but they're not on the battlefield. They're in my deck, but they're not on the battlefield. Hope has a bunch of green stuff, but if she attacks Tyrone, she knows she's going to get a backswing from me, and I could kill her off. All right. So Tyrone has basically no board state. He has a Torpor Orb, which one blocker into Teferi's Moat. Okay. He casts her Approach to Second Sun, but we don't know when he'll draw it.
I also want to note that his one blocker was Joda, his commander.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
So, and then...
So not really a blocker.
not
No.
really a blocker,
What's
but...
power and toughness?
It's like, I
Doesn't
think
matter.
2-3 or something.
Okay.
2-3 or 2-4, something
Yeah,
like that.
that's not a real blocker.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it's the deck enabler, so you wouldn't block.
Yeah.
Unless you're crazy.
A 1/1.
His classic.
I'll block that Lana Warrior swinging at me.
I would.
Now,
I would love to.
Buff it up, giant growth.
Ugh.
now, Hope,
Buff
Yeah.
Lana War.
yeah,
Hope.
Hope
What
is
is
annoyed at Tyrone
always?
because Tyrone has a Torpor Orb that says, enter the battlefield, triggers don't trigger.
And I had a Warstorm Surge, and I
Yes,
couldn't
you
use
did.
it, and I wanted to.
Yeah. So,
Trying to ETB.
Trying to ETB dinosaurs.
yeah.
ETB on a mofo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she had out some creatures out, but Wormstore Surge is shut down. Okay, and for me, I had a Sacrifice Outlet, Annex, and some Satyrs. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, Hope has 3 choices here: either attack Tyrone, attack me,
Done.
or don't attack. Yeah. Oh, great. If she attacks Tyrone, all right, it's a big risk because she knows that I could probably kill her.
Yeah, you have all the creatures on board.
Yeah.
So he's shutting her down, but you're also still ready to go.
Yeah. Okay. If she attacks me, then she might not be able to deal with Tyrone. Okay. If she doesn't attack, then we're in a stalemate.
Well, because if he gets something off with Joda, like that puts me in a bad.
Yeah. So that's the situation. This is how I politic. Okay. I need to convince Hope to attack Tyrone. That is the first thought in my mind. Okay. I remind Hope that he has cast Approach her second son first, and that can happen at any time. I also tell Hope that we know Tyrone has board wipes in his deck, and he's probably searching for it.
So many board wipes.
Yeah, he's drawing 2 to 3
Board
cards.
wipe tribal.
It is basic.
It basically was.
Basically board wipe
It basically
tribal.
was. Okay, so we know he's searching for a board wipe, and she has a bunch of big creatures. All right.
The biggest. And they're not indestructible.
Big boys.
And then I remind her that right now, she is literally the only person that can kill Tyrone.
I'm the chosen one.
She is the chosen one. Okay.
Messiah.
Because my literal words were, I can't touch him. It's just the two of you now. Okay. That wording literally says that I am out of the picture. The battle is between you two. I have no resources. I cannot touch the board. I cannot influence anyone.
My thought process was kill Ty, done. The more turns that
home.
Sherman leaves me alone, it allows me to build up my board state even more, make some eggs,
Yeah.
and then if he wants to
Your
swing at me,
eggs.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I'll kill him.
So, and that's what
Was I holding a finale of devastation?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No. But that's besides the point, right? So, like, at my point in time, I don't know her hand. I don't know Tyrone's hand. All I know is Tyrone is searching for a board wipe or searching for a second son. Hope is the one that has creatures that can attack. I have nothing. I can't do anything, but I technically can. I can still steal stuff with Annex, okay? Because I have a bunch of spells like Active Treason and all that stuff where I can just steal creatures and
That's
attack.
all your annex deck is. Stealing,
Exactly.
wheeling, dealing.
Steal and deal.
Stealing pain.
Sacrificing, all that jazz, yada yada yada, on and on and on.
Hurt my feelings. I get it. Whatever.
Yeah. So I make a deal with Hope. I'm like, Hope, okay, you attack Tyrone. Okay, since I can't touch Tyrone, I'm out of the picture.
Thanks, he made it.
However, I will attack you with one of my satyrs every single turn.
Yeah, so I could block with an egg.
Yes, and then you can get more stuff.
I got a sick Yavimaya Elder out of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was so silly.
It was so painful. Same thing happened yesterday. I got a Civic Wayfinder. Legal? Is this legal in Mexico?
Keep searching.
Keep searching. Keep searching. Mulligan.
Yeah.
Can you do a mulligan with Atla Fadid?
I say yes.
Depending upon the table.
I say
Depending on the
we make a new. But yeah. But anyway, so because of that, that was the only reason that I like went with Sherman's deal is because he said that he would hit me with the satyr and I was like, I would love nothing more.
Yeah, because that.
And he can't block with satyrs. That's also
Yeah.
that's
you
true.
can't block with them. So I
So
don't.
it's like,
with them.
I might as well attack with them, okay? She gets a benefit, okay? I'm still attacking with satyrs. I have an ally. She's attacking Tyrone for me because I can't attack Tyrone. And she's bringing up big creatures, of which I know I can,
can
steal.
steal
Okay? So this is what literally what goes through my mind and what the process is, but not on my turn. I'm thinking about this stuff on other people's turns. Okay, this is, like, if you ask anyone, I tend to play very, very fast, okay? And that's because I plan things out on other people's turns. And if I were to plan this out on my turn, I would be
You
sitting there.
look like a schemer.
Yeah, I would look like a schemer.
I'd be like,
Okay,
why?
I'd be
Why did it take you so long to do nothing?
Yeah, it's like you're sitting there for 10 minutes thinking, going, I wonder, if I do this, counting mana, looking at my hand, people know I'm scheming, okay? That hurts me. Politically speaking, that hurts me because people know I'm trying to come up with something, all right? If I plan all this out on everyone else's turn and I play fast, it seems like I already know what I'm doing. I know what I want to do, but I'm not scheming at all. I'm just trying to throw out answers and try to like build a board state or something like that. People don't think beyond that. So, and that's one of the key things.
Do you want to hear mine and Daniel's bargaining or politicking?
Hell, go ahead.
Buff my creatures, I'll give you the $5 from the guy that I killed.
That is true.
Oh, that's what
That I love.
We made
So-
someone so angry.
So
You know what? That's still
I was playing
still
group
it.
hug. I was playing group hug. What am I going to do?
There
That's-
was no other answer. Yeah,
That's
it was.
part of
It was
though.
during a full board lock.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's part of it though. Like that's still it. Like literally, you could say, "I'll buy you a booster pack."
We win together.
It's no different.
But so
Yes, master.
we gotta start.
we gotta tell everyone
I want
why
to
this
show.
came up.
I want to show up to the next one in like jerseys and just be like, "No, we're partial. We're impartial."
So
I've never met these people. Hey, that's a pretty cool shirt you have.
oh boy. So for everyone that's listening, so our LGS they have this giant commander event.
So much
Super
fun.
fun event.
So fun, so cool.
Super fun. So you can
Glad you
have.
could join us then.
I played one.
I honestly think that
Yeah.
I don't
think
play
that
Magic in the morning. We all know that.
I think that you don't do anything in the morning except
exactly.
this, and you're not even happy doing this.
Nope. I'm gonna go have a nap.
I was gonna say I honestly think that Adrian should like start posting kind
That's
of
the
some
order,
of the
by the way.
results of it and everything.
Yeah.
Just and that game format. It's something he played a long time ago and adapted
University,
for
right?
Commander.
So let's describe the format to everyone.
So-
No, we're saving that. That's a whole other thing. It's
Okay.
very, very fun. I want to do a whole episode on ways to do Commander as a
Around
fun,
this format.
fun competitive because
Fair
Commander's
enough.
not really a competitive format, and this is
This-
fun enough to still be Commander and competitive enough
At
to
the same
still
time.
be an exciting event.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I concur.
See?
but once again,
It is
like,
a secret.
yeah.
New
You guys-
episode
you guys
coming
have to keep
soon.
this. You guys have to keep.
But like when like it's just the way you guys politic though. Like that is another way. Like
Yeah.
it's if it's outside a game, people might not like it, but at the same time,
I don't like
it
politics.
Works, it works.
I don't like politics inside the game. What's the difference? That's how I feel.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to like it. Not what it's
I'm
about.
gonna board wipe. You will not get a ride home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, I said
I
that
swung
yesterday.
at someone before just so I can have a single chip from them once.
I cast damnation. I hope you like the train.
I literally said that to your brother last night. It's like, well, it seems like he's walking home.
So, but that's that's one of the things. Politics is a huge deal in Commander. Okay,
Yes. Whether you like it or not. Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God, Jinx.
There's no way around it. It generally is just going to be something that comes up. Some people like it more than others. Some people, as I frequently say, do not negotiate with terrorists.
Sherman.
I mean,
Thank you.
Here's the thing. It's like,
Terrorists.
I joke quite a lot and say that I don't negotiate, but like I really do. But I mean, like within reason. Like there's some things that like you can tell me that
See,
like
did you hear that? That lies.
you can look at me and like say that you want to do something, and I'll just look at you stone face. I'm going to kill you. Like I don't care what you have to offer. or
Mine's a threat of force. It's my CEDH decks, and I just sit and stroke that archive. Are you sure you want to do that this game, my friend?
Mr. Bond.
But like, regardless of who you are, okay, everyone does some sort of politics.
Totally.
Okay, whether you know it or not, you actually are.
Hey, begging is politic.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Please don't attack me. Okay. Or,
I'm but a meager man with one forest.
Yeah. Or like, even when you say like, who should I attack?
Yeah.
Okay. And people are sort of like saying like, not it. You know, it's like, well, you know, and like let's roll the die. Okay. That's
I
still
hate that.
technically. I don't
Coward's
like that.
veto.
I don't like that because they're like, okay,
Don't
like you
judge
play
me.
the die, but at the same time though, it's still a political
I
thing.
want to see accountability.
Yeah.
I don't want any level of just wit.
Yeah, I want to know someone's coming at
You
me.
were saying you loved the chaos yesterday.
No,
No.
I love chaos,
But not for someone's actions.
but yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if somebody rolls and they're like, I did 3 to you because it rolled that way, I'm like, well, I'm still taking it to attack me, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I take it too.
Yeah,
That's- that is
you're not
declaration
for me,
of
you're-
war.
Yeah, for me, you're not winning any favor by doing an annoying effect
No.
or something at random. I'm just like, well, I'm gonna kill you. Just if you're gonna do it, do it.
So if I have Ruhan and it attacks you because I rolled a die because it's random, you're perfectly fine with that, right?
That one, random, that's fine. If it has to be random
so that
way.
one or like.
But like if or like yesterday, I was playing.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, territorial Hellkite, and at combat, if you have to random that it didn't attack the turn prior, and it has to attack that one.
Yeah,
it's
that's
random.
Yeah, and see, that's fair. But
And
like I
that's
said,
different.
like it's just.
But if
a lot of
if
times,
I had a full board state of creatures, and I'm like, I don't want to talk.
the most common thing you see is on like a turn 2 of the game, someone dropped a turn 1, and they're like, well, I'll roll for 2 damage. I'm like,
pick
like,
someone.
just-
coward,
For that,
swing at me.
When I see that,
Do
I'm just
it.
like,
Do it.
okay, who
Look
has
at me, Hector.
besides me? Who else has a board state that's decent or big, or whatever? Just attack that person. Okay,
Who has
cares?
no board state?
Yeah, who
That's
has
who
no
I'm
creatures
attacking.
Attack that person.
Me, 3 out of 4 games yesterday.
It's not my fault you didn't have creatures,
Oh.
homie.
Yeah, it was bad.
If you got no blockers, that means you're an E.
Yeah,
Mhm.
gotta get that chip damage in. Okay, chip damage is another political thing when you think about it. Okay, because you're attacking a person, you're bringing them down. All right, but you're like. That's why, like, I personally like to spread the love. I like attacking everyone equally when I can. So,
Equality
For me,
for all.
it's for me.
Yeah.
It totally depends on the game. Like for the most part, if I'm playing like a 4-man, I'll usually spread the love a little bit. But like sometimes I'm just like, you know what? I'm like, this person needs to die. Like, go
yeah,
really
and then you
hard.
just target that one person and everything.
Just thumbs down them.
Yeah, no,
Just
no.
like
You don't get
There's
to
a
play
certain
today.
person that always has my target now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, always
Sometimes
target
it
them.
happens.
I think they
Well,
have
that's-
now.
I think that is one other thing to talk about. Politics is a fun part of the game, but you have to understand as well that your politics, the way you personally decide to play, can make you targeted by someone for a long time.
Yeah.
If you're a spike player and you like to go after someone who's having just the bad game and stuff, and it's a consistent thing, or you don't like the style of cards someone plays, so you always go after them, people remember it. And like when you play or do salty things, even if it's your politics, even if your politics is all out aggression and war on one person, they often don't forget it. So
See these
So-
scars.
Yeah.
But that's
So the thing is, like when I politic, like you guys see how I politic, okay?
Greasily.
But you guys don't care normally because another thing when it comes to politics, okay, people don't remember how I politic because I try to always be nice no matter what. If something bad happens to me, I don't care. I'll laugh about I'll promote that.
I've said that before about you,
Yeah.
behind your back. Is that one thing that I really like about playing Magic with you? It doesn't matter whether or not you got board wiped in a row, like after four board states. You know what I mean? Once you
Yeah.
finally rebuild,
It's
you
like
get wiped
casting
again.
Annex for 19.
I've never seen you vocally get salty. Like
Yeah.
you might be annoyed on the inside or whatever. I don't know.
He's
but
not
like
pulling a Brian.
Brian. But I've never seen you let it affect you because at the end of the day, it's a game.
Yeah,
you know, and it's just we've all been there. But
One
I
is
really
that-
appreciate that about your style.
No, and that's I thank you for that. And that's the thing though, okay? The only reason why I can politics so well when it comes to this stuff is because I am generally very nice when it comes to things. I don't care that you wipe my stuff, you target me constantly.
Yeah.
Because it's part of the game. A second thing is when someone needs to target things, I will be honest with the threat assessment. I'll be like, this one should go, or this thing on my board state should go. It is technically the best, okay? Because I'm building that trust.
You get it.
not
yeah.
me. Not me. I never
You're
never
totally
point my
different.
own
I
thing
agree
out
with
as a
that.
threat.
You are totally different.
But I
You
think,
are the threat.
but I,
heck.
but I think that that's one of the things about our dynamic as is that you play is that you play in such a way. Daniel plays in a much more aggressive way. I play
that is another reason I enjoy even
Flavor on my card.
I enjoy a lot of the dynamic of how we all play because it is very, very different play styles. You're not getting 4 people with the same opinion and the same play style.
No.
If you sat down and played 4 different games and one of us are in each of the games, you're playing wildly different EDH games.
It's so true. It's so true. So and that's the thing.
Angry, aggressive.
Yeah, Brian.
Brian angry, me aggressive, Daniel tyrannical.
Dictatorship.
Dictatorship.
Sherman.
Do as I say or you are dead.
Gotta overthrow the dictator. Come on.
It's not wrong.
I mean, but
Sherman, Jank, Brian, Enchantments, Hope, Dragons, me, Dual Lands. You're in monocolor. This is mono white.
Oh, it's true. I do like my jank stuff.
And we all politic different too.
totally.
We do. Everyone will politic differently. Everyone has their secret deck
Daniel's
decks
doesn't.
or politic decks. No, but Daniel's politics is
I
pretty
have the
simple.
I have the same level of response when I have no creatures or 600 Saproleans.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I'll board wipe you. Yeah, I'm only gonna lose 1 creature, and I'll still be like, I will kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is Daniel's politics, okay?
Yeah.
You touch my stuff, I will kill
people
you. I will harm you.
If people interact me, I'm just like an angry bear sitting at the side of the
You
table.
know
You,
what?
come to my cave.
He's nothing if not consistent.
Yeah, it's
That's
true.
true.
Very true.
You know exactly what you're getting into when you play.
Nekusar, I'll take 1 damage. I'll fireball you for 400.
Yeah.
Boule de feu.
But that's the thing, like I will always when we play, you say that to me, and I'm like, I don't care. I'm just gonna go in anyway.
Yeah.
I do tell Sherman all the time, I'll kill you if you do that. Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I don't care. I will.
He
call
really doesn't negotiate with terrorists.
Yeah, I'll do it anyways. I don't care if it's because as long as I'm not getting in last place, I'm like, there's
My
good enough.
nation will not be threatened in this
Yeah.
manner.
I will not be taken hostage like this. So it's something that you do. That is your politics. Hope you you have big things. So once again, you don't really negotiate. You're just like nah. Or
Hope's just trying to play big things.
yeah.
Well, but
Just leave me
there
alone.
is a level of okay, I want to attack you. I'm
Yeah.
I'll attack someone because
Yeah.
I do almost always have a threat on the.
Yeah. And it's a big
kind of
threat.
my MO.
It's a big threat. Like you guys don't
If
understand.
a game hits turn 5, Hope has a large creature out.
Oh yeah.
That's already buffed up.
Yeah, it's either super equipped with like swords,
Ugh.
or it's dragons, or it's Kalia, or it's Marin has 6 counters,
3 costs.
Excuse me, you've 2 costs.
2 cost thing
Celestia.
with like 8.
or it's
equipments
Boros
on it.
Angels
Yeah,
Gisela.
well, because I had the Hammer of Nizan, so I was able to just like automatically
Just
equip
throw
all
it
of
in.
my stuff. Yeah, and then I dropped a.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad I'm not in that game.
But I was playing a
And
Fleece
I
mainline.
won.
But I was, yeah. I mean, yeah.
But
I
let's
would
say
say
thanks to Connor.
Me dying was my win. I wanted so badly to
Same-
die
same
in that
here.
game. But like, it was a Fleece
so
mainline. That's
that
a cat
Liliana
I've like
ult is
never
just
played.
the
Yeah, it was
worst.
Liliana Dreadhorde General.
It's the worst alt.
Yeah,
One
it was
permanent
really-
of each type.
Really nasty.
Such a
And then
powerful
didn't he
card.
die anyways?
He died that turn.
next turn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Then we just had. Then came in the chip damage where we were doing
Back
like.
and forth.
I love chips, but not like
Oh no,
this.
that wasn't that game because that was my.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, no, I won with the cats.
Yep, yes, you did.
Cat City.
Cat City.
I should rebuild my cat deck. I like cat.
Hope got the secret lair Arabo, and there's no way she's not gonna flex it.
Oh, I'm gonna play that all day, every day. I never like bring tokens out with me, but I bring those so much.
Slap
They're
them
so
on the
cute.
board.
Anyways,
I think that's all the time. I think we probably went over time.
Yeah.
No, we're still at a good
There's
spot.
no-
But yeah,
there's
everyone,
no rules.
how do you politics? Is there things you like to do more? Things you hate?
Tips or tricks?
Yeah,
Oh, I have a lot of tips
yeah.
and a lot of tricks.
Teach Brian how to not get targeted.
yeah.
I need all the help you can give
Number
me.
one,
First things
stop playing
first.
Mogus.
Yeah, stop playing Mogus. Stop playing Nekuzar.
Second, stop playing Nekuzar.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
stop playing Negasar. Yeah.
Third, learn to play Flash more.
So
Learn what group hug is. Reference
So-
our
okay, his
podcast.
group hug is better. I'll admit it. It is
There's
a
no
lot better
change
now.
attacks.
I know, but here's the thing: it's like you
was
started
there.
off so aggressively that I'll never forget. So
I'm playing my sacrifice opponent's creatures tribal. Why don't they like it? Every time I drop
Flashbang,
Grave
we're all
Pact,
gonna
everyone
back.
attacks me. What am I doing
What did
wrong?
you say?
Every time I drop Grave Pact, everyone
Yeah.
attacks me. What am I
I'll
doing
have a
wrong?
Grave Pact. I mean, they got rid of the butcher.
Yeah. Or
Me.
here's a dictate of Erebos. Like, I don't understand. They keep on going after me still.
Why did I
Anyway.
hate?
Thank you guys so much for listening.
All right, catch you later. Oh, and before we say that.
Don't forget to check us out on Instagram and Facebook. And if you want, jump into.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I totally forgot to say that stuff.
You're welcome.
But, yeah, thank you.
All right, bye guys.
All right,
Have a
catch you
good one.
later.